Good morning, it's Saturday, but this is my trade recap for Friday the 14th of July. I'm a bit late doing my recap because I was away with scouts last night and got back quite late. But on my chart is the MES or the ES chart. I've got the 60-minute chart open and I have some of my levels marked up on there, which from my recap video. If you recall, the only level I could find other than this big major level at 4,600 was this 45, 55, 50 area, and that was based on me going back to April 2022, a year and a quarter, just trying to find a little tiny bit of resistance or something there. And as you can see, that level was pretty much spot on. It bounced off of there. So I'm going to go into the 5-minute chart now. I'm just going to recap the trades I made. So today I went with the trend, so it's an upward trend, and I successfully rode this trade up to the top. I'm going to pause for 1 second. Okay, quick pause while I just quickly check my entries. So my first position was this green bar, and it was the pullback to this area here, and that was a long position, and I rode it up. I took profit on 45.57 area and up here somewhere, and then the rest of my trade just stopped out. I had my break even was here, so I stopped out some at break even, and I left a little runner because it was still in an uptrend, and the uptrend, get my pen, so it's still in this uptrend, and it come down and then up. In fact, what it did, it went up, came top 45.55 area, came back down, and then it went up, back up to that area, came back down, and we saw this big pullback. I got out there, but on the way back out I got back in again at a slightly better price, and I held it, and I got out here as well. So that was a good trade. And then we saw this big pullback, and I did identify an area on the chart of 45.55, this area here. So I did take this short back down again. I got in, my entry was, I saw this topping tail, and that topping tail was above average volume, and I got in on the break of that tail just there. So it would have been just there, it's my entry, and I rode it down. I got out of VWAP, and there was this 45, 42 area, and that was my target area, and I think I was pretty light by then, and I was gone because I was away with the scouts, so I got out. And then when I got back, I noticed that the chart was in a downtrend, and so it was making in a series of lower lows and lower highs, and then so I got an entry as it pulled back into the VWAP and into this 50 moving average as well, and we had this higher concentration of volume as well, where it was just, so all day long volume was accumulating along here. So I was pretty confident. The volume didn't really say, it's hard to play the volume today, so I based this purely on a trend play that was in a 5-minute downtrend, and so my entry was right on the VWAP here, and then we saw this sell off into the close, and I think I got out, it would have been about an hour. I was out on this candle here on these double topping tails because I thought it looked like it was going back up again, and that the two bottom tail, these two candles here, look like, and it's on increased volume, we had increase in volume into this candle as well, and then we had decline in volume, and that was just what you see. But I had to go out at that point, so I was out here and my day was finished. But had I been here, I probably would have identified this decrease in volume on this on the increase in price level. Probably would have taken another entry. I may have probably use this level which I identified in the pre-market, which held, as you can see, was a good level all day. And that's it really for my trading. Trying to make up for a poor trading day on Thursday where I was going against the trend. I didn't actually do a recap Thursday, so let's just quickly have a look. So we had a trend up day, and I had my levels in place as well, and the only level I had in place was, I don't know, it's not on this chart now, but it was 45.55. That level there. In fact, look at that, it was spot on that level. That's the level I was watching. And then, so I had 45.55 based on a, what was that? That was on a year and a half ago, and this 45.50 was based on a previous high from a few days ago. And what I was trying to do, I was selling all the rips. So I was going short there, I went short there, I went short there. I think I probably went short there, but the problem I had was I was waiting for it to come back down every time, and especially when I thought it was going to break the VWAP here, I thought it was going to break this moving average, the 50 moving average there, so I held, ended up stopping out at break even, and it was hard work. It was a really hard work day, and I was going against the tide all day, and it's like wading upstream, very difficult. And what I should have been looking for was identifying the fact we was in a higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and instead of selling the rips, I should have been buying the dips. And when you look at it, it's quite obvious really. And then watching for volume, and that was the end of day selling and buying volume as well. So if you got in round here, congratulations, good job. Especially the retest of the pre-market high. I even said in my video, in my trade plan, to buy the break and retest, but I didn't. I was just trying to sell the rips, and it makes it hard work because you're selling into buying pressure. So something I need to work on, because that was a hard work day. I didn't do my recap index. I was totally shattered, and it was a poor day trading because I didn't really handle it very well. But today was a better day, and the irony is I was trying to go long and go with a trend, which was the right thing to do, because you can see that it was still trending up in the pre-market, and so I got in the uptrend here, but I did identify I was in a downtrend rather than just trying to short levels. My best trade of the day was this one here, where I identified the downtrend and sold the rip, the rip into the VWAP, and that's it. So good day overall, making up for a poor day on Friday. Hopefully you also had a good profitable day, and hopefully have a nice weekend. I will see you or some of you on Monday. Bye bye.